attracts significant amounts of money, especially from the international arena, in the magnitude of 14% of our annual.
Reacting to the report, the National Assembly members were unanimous in commending NARI for the numerous initiatives registered in the drive towards improving the agricultural sector. The National Assembly member for Kiang West and Minority Leader, Honorable Momodu Sane, was equally impressed with NARI's 2010 activity report. Honorable Sane pointed out that with climate change taking its toll on the rainfall pattern, it would be appropriate for the Research Institute to draw solutions to the problem.
The rainfall this year is very small, and there is a fear to that effect that the Nari rice production in that particular area of Gambia might reduce down. So I don't know whether Nari as a research institution, whether they have within their plan to think of coming up with a plan in a form of irrigation system all over the country.
The Minority Leader also advocated for a cordial working relationship between NARI and the Ministry of Agriculture. Honorable Lamin Keba Jame of Ilyasa wanted to know whether NARI has made any sensitization on the negative impact of mechanized farming.
On page 51 of last year's report, which states that the Joint Committee applauded the presence of tractors and the easy labor they provide to the masses. It therefore recommends and urges NARI to come up with research on the impact of the tractors on the soil. I just want to remind them of the recommendation and ask them whether they have done anything towards that in terms of raising awareness on the negative impact of modernized farming.
His colleagues from Lower Salom and Opanyomi, Honorable Kaba Ture and Mam Cherno Jallo, urged NARI to develop improved varieties of vegetables suitable for year-round production. The subject matter specialist also contributed to the debate, but pressing on pertinent issues mentioned in the report.
It's good to have research and results, but results are useless if they're not applied. And they amount to an unpermittable waste of national resources. We don't have money to put into research just to have nicely bound reports collecting dust on the shelves. We want to short-circuit the process. Get the information, give it to the farmer, next day he produces the food and we start eating it.
Responding to comments and corrections raised by the National Assembly members, NARI officials reaffirmed their stance to broaden their research base to involve all branches of agriculture. They are working on developing new techniques to boost agricultural production in the Gambia. After what was considered an educative and interactive session, the agricultural researchers were not only praised for a job well done, but the report for the year ended 2010 was unanimously adopted by the lawmakers. Momodo S. Jallo, GRTS.
The presidential race is at least 7 weeks away, but some political opponents have been beaten by the election bug. The female ruling party official in Banjul recently organized a political gathering. We have more in this report by Ndei Kumbademba.
APRC party are leaving no stone unturned. The Deputy National Women Mobilizer Fatuba urged her colleagues to work together to ensure that all the party's aims are achieved. She also called on Gambians, especially women, to demonstrate their solidarity with President Jammeh by voting mercifully for him in the next month's presidential elections. In her remarks, Ajabinta Kanyi urged the members of the party to unite under one umbrella, pointing out that it is in unity that much can be achieved. Speaker after speaker took turn to hail the efforts of the president and his love for Gambian people, especially women. They also seized the opportunity to reaffirm their commitments to President Jammeh and the party. According to them, victory is certain for the president. Their focus at the moment is a landslide victory at the polls. With meetings of this kind and similar ongoing ones in the country, coupled with the recently concluded nationwide tour of the youth wing and that of the women wing in progress, the APRC party is certain of sweeping the polls in the forthcoming presidential poll.
Or you can follow that story on the GRTS program live on www.grts.gm. There you can money to GRTS radio. We'll now take a first break. We'll be right back. Stay tuned in.
is a showcase in their life, in their communities, that they are really are in the option.
Welcome back, and sorry it took a little bit of time. People in the U.S. are growing more impatient with the state of their economy. The Occupy Wall Street movement has been gaining momentum over the past few weeks. The city of Atlanta, Georgia is the latest U.S. metropolis to be engulfed by the actions of grassroots movements, with protesters camping on the streets overnight to show their displeasure. As we hear in this report, over 100 people gathered around the White House to demonstrate against corporate greed and social inequality.
Wall Street. Show me what this is like. You have this tarp.
This is home.
For a week, choosing to sleep on the ground under a blue tarp, mainly with young people in a public park. Why was it important for you to come here and bring your grandson?
Well, I felt the need to show support to the movement. The politicians apparently don't understand what people need.
How we doing?
Heshi Gorowitz isn't sleeping over with protesters.
You camping out here? Thank you, guys. You're doing a great service. Your generation, my generation, everybody. Keep it up, man.
The community college business professor, who also founded an upstate farm co-op, is just spending the day. He likes the mix of young and old, employed and unemployed, trying to build a consensus.
It's happier, it's bigger, it's more sophisticated, it's more real, it's more powerful than I ever could have imagined it. It's the 99%ers, it really is. Let's not focus on what divides us. Let's focus on what unites us. That's the way that we can bring about change.
I see this movement as a movement of movements.
Fordham University sociologist Heather Goutney says movements like Occupy Wall Street don't really need a leader.
I think it's really about grassroots democracy. I think it's about people trying to create